Yeah. So, hey guys, welcome to the season one and episode five of Life at Work. Today, I have with me two engineers, and let's start with the introduction. Harsh, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
So, hi everyone, I am Harshvardhan and I graduated in 2024 from a college called VIT, VIT Vellore, and I've been working as a software engineer since then in an MNC. And I had done my BTech in engineering, computer science engineering, and after that, I interned at a company, and after interning, I got a full time offer, and I've been working there since then.
Yeah, Rian, you can
Well,
go ahead.
hi. First of all, thank you so much, Devagya, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Rayan, and I did my college. I've also done BTech. I graduated in the same year as Harshvardhan, that is 2024. I graduated from a tier one private college, very similar to what Harshvardhan, like from where Harshvardhan is. Before joining, so I am currently working in a startup. It's a rather, I mean, I would say a mid-sized startup. And Before working in this startup as a software engineer, I had interned in one of the startups that was actually started by one of the older members of my college itself. I was one of the developers there. And after that, this was the first. I did an internship first in this company, and then I got a full-time offer. So I've been working since then, and I have around 1.5 years of experience in this particular field.
So, both of the placements from the college itself, right? For both of you.
Um, yes, yes, I got my offer from the college itself. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Similarly, I got the offer from my college as well.
Okay, so currently, Harsh, you're based in Bangalore, and Rian, you're based in Mumbai. How is life there?
It's Bangalore is nice, I would say. Apart from the traffic, there's a good culture here. A lot of tech companies working here, so work-wise as well, it's good. Great people, who are very talented and fun to be around. So yeah, it's been fun for me.
I mean, Mumbai, on the other hand, it's really good. I mean, it's a very nice city to live in. I wouldn't lie. But yes, again, as Harsh said, traffic is a very big issue here. Another great issue, I suppose, in Mumbai, which I think everyone knows, is are the rents. The rents are too damn high, and the living. I think when it comes, the only thing that is high is rent. I think food, traveling and everything, that's kind of cheap in Bombay. That's a misconception a lot of people have, that living in Bombay is too expensive. Apart from the rent, I think the food or the traveling, it's good. And even the other thing that I really like about Bombay is the people there are very really nice. You meet a lot of inspiring people, and that is why I think even in the future I would like love to work in Mumbai. I wouldn't want to switch to any other city. I love Mumbai because of that.
Okay, so moving on to the job roles you guys currently have. So, how would a typical day look like in your job role? Tell me an average day. I understand there are best days, there are worst cases where you have to work for long hours. So, pick out an average day. How would in this role look like?
Okay, so I have a very flexible time. I can choose when I want to work. I have to attend few meetings in the day, so I have to attend those be available at those times, and therefore I log in around 10:30, 11:30. On most of the days, I do some coding. If I have some Jira stories assigned to me, any work assigned to me, I work on that. I explore, I research few things which I can use future in my work. Then, if there are issues, I connect with my teammates. I have calls with my clients as well. We do have clients who are internal to our company as well. So I have few calls with them. A daily stand up with the team at around 6:30 in the evening, and I have few team members who work from US and France as well. So I have calls with them later at in the later part of the evening. So I attend those, and yeah, that's all. Yeah, more or less.
Um, Typically for the time being, I'm doing work from home. I'm working from my home city. But typically when I'm in Bombay, normally my day, if it's a productive day, I try to wake up around 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. I have a kind of, habit of going to the gym. So I go to the gym, work out. Then I come back, prepare my own food, prepare my breakfast. Then I travel via metro to the place where I work. So it's very close to the metro. So I mean, just the metro cost that I pay. Apart from that, when I reach there, typically in the morning, I have tea with my fellow mates. After having tea, we start the day. It normally starts at around 10 or 11, depending on when the manager wants to have the meet. So because it's a startup, I said there are not any set rules as to what this specific time we'll have the meet. It can vary from 10 to sometimes even 12 if a manager is busy. Then we get the tasks that are aligned to us. Usually it's as Harsh said, it's the Jira tasks that we have. Jira is this platform where we have tasks assigned, and so we complete those tasks, and then we have. I mean, the typical coding part. That's normally 3 to 4 hours. We have 1 hour, 1.5 hour lunch break in the middle. That is usually from 1:30 to around 2:30, stretches to around 3 if it's a lazy day, or 1:30 to 2 if it's a very busy day. After that, we'll have tea in the afternoon, all provided by the company, and I mean, then we have we talk. We have another meet with the manager where we talk about how what all we've done during the day, what all we've achieved, and normally by if I start my day by 6, normally by 7 o'clock I'm done, and then I go back to my home. So that is how a normal typical day in a life of a software engineer looks like for me.
So we can say on an average you are working for 8 to 9 hours per day.
Yes, 9 hours is what I'm
Nine
supposed to work for.
standard
It
across
varies
industry,
for
I
me.
think. Varies for
It
you.
Yeah.
varies. It varies.
Okay.
So some days I work for 6 hours, some days I work for 10 hours. Uh, so it's quite flexible for me. I just need to get my tasks completed, and if I want to research something more, I work on that. But it varies day to day.
So
So,
yeah, go ahead, Rian.
yeah, so I was saying very similar to like what Harsh said. Even we don't have any. I mean, we do have strict timings. So it's basically you can come in around any time you want. There's no restriction. But then you have to work for 9 hours minimum. Otherwise, you're marked as half day. But then again, yeah, the actual work part is wouldn't be exactly 9 hours. But then yeah, you have days when you're working for 10 and 11 hours as well. So yeah, that is the normal working time. And yeah, by the way, we have weekends off. So normally Saturday, Sunday, we don't have to work. That is also one thing that not every company has it, but my company has that that particular feature, I guess. Yeah,
So if you're asked to explain what do you do in your work, like what is your
Mhm.
work about, how would you explain to
Correct.
a layman in the simplest term possible?
Mhm.
Okay.
Harsh, you would want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I can go first. So I'm an API engineer. So I work mostly with API development, API proxy development. And API would be, how do I explain it? So in layman's term, let's say you're using Instagram or Twitter or any website, and you store. So when you scroll through your feed or you go to your profile, you see few posts. So those are private to you. The post which you put. So that is stored somewhere in the database, and that the viewers need to view that, and to view those details it need to be fetched or get we need to get that from the database. So we develop APIs to get those data from the database securely. So that's what API development is, and we develop API proxies, which is managing the security, traffic, and latency, all these stuff. And apart from this, I also work on few other projects as well, and I use Python Flasks for developing few automations which I work on. So yeah, these are basically the stuff I do.
Yes. So when it comes to me, I am basically a backend engineer. So I usually use a language which is called Java. Plus, there's a Spring Boot. I mean, the framework is called Spring Boot. So what we basically do is our company deals with cybersecurity. So we have a product. So we have a product of our own, a cybersecurity product that is used by a lot of banks at the back end. So in very layman term, if I had to tell you, the in you put something, you there's a number, there's a transaction that is happening in the bank, and there are billions of rupees of transactions that is happening in the bank. Now certain people trying to access it, not everyone should get the access to that particular app, right? All this, who should be, like, what amount is being deducted and everything. So there's a product that specifically manages who should get the access and who shouldn't be getting the access. Like an intern wouldn't be getting access to a lot of features of a bank, right? And someone with a higher authority would be getting that access. So that is what my company basically deals with. It's basically the security for a particular organization. Specifically, banks is one example that we usually deal with. So I am that developer that is building that particular product, that is basically writing the code to build that product. That is what I do.
So Rayan, is your company a product-based company, right? It will be for you,
Yes, it's a product-based
based
company.
company.
Yes.
And Harsh, it's a
Yeah.
service-based or a product-based for you?
No, it's similarly, it's a product-based
It's the
company.
product-based company. Okay.
Hmm.
And so moving on to the next question, any particular skill you think you find it useful in your work as of now?
So again, this is a very generic question. In tech, particularly, I think you have to always explore various skills when you're working at work. Particularly at work, you will face different technologies. New technologies will come up as you grow in your career, so you'll have to always upskill yourself and work on those. But when it comes to getting into a company, joining companies, I think your basics, which you're taught at college, or you can work on, learn from yourself as well, which is operating system, computer networks, database management, and more particularly data structures and algorithms. These are the skills which you are tested for when you're giving an interview. And apart from this, of course, your communication skills and how you present yourself and how well you are at problem solving, these are tested. So these are the skills you can focus on when if you're preparing for an interview. And apart from this, you can also go a different route and focus on one particular skill if you really enjoy doing that, and specialize in something specific. And there are companies which hire based on that as well. So I would say any one of these you can go with that. But basics, of course, having a basics clear is very important.
How about you, Rayan?
So as Harsh said, I completely agree to the fact that technology, when it comes to software development jobs, would change almost every day. There's one particular tech stack that you can learn, and for a different company, you'll have to learn something different. I think the one skill that you would actually require in order for you to excel is the problem solving capacity. If you're able to solve any problem, um, I mean, you're given any problem, you're able to solve it nicely, you will be able to excel in the technical field. Now, that's a very broad term that I've used, the problem solving skills. Now, getting more into detail is probably you being able to uh, navigate your way in the tech field. What do I mean by that? So basically, as a software engineer, problem solving would not just mean you being able to excel at DSA, that is data structures and algorithms, but also you being able to understand what is what could be the solution for a particular problem. So if you're able to do that nicely, and the other important thing that Harsh mentioned is communication. If you're able to find the solution for a problem, even able to communicate that well, I think you will excel as a software engineer, because these two things are often overlooked by certain individuals excelling in one particular field. And I mean, they become really, they just think that if you excel in, let's say, Java, or if you're a very good web developer, very good app developer, you'll be tending to excel in this particular field. But if you want to go in that long run, you should be open to learn new technologies, should have that, that learnings, that hunger to learn, be able to solve any problem that you get. and you should be able to communicate that really well. These three things, if you have, I think you'll definitely be a very good software engineer.
Yeah, I totally agree with Rayan as well on this.
So across all the interviews I have conducted till now, so one thing I find it common is the communication skill um,
Yeah.
everyone needs in today's time.
Mhm.
So that is true. And moving on to my next question, was your college degree relevant in the job you're doing today?
Again, that's again a very tricky question. Of course, it helps. You learn your get your basics from there, but even a lot of degree, there are a lot of people who haven't done BTech or specialized in the work they are doing currently. But having a degree helps. I wouldn't say it's necessary. It's an easier path when someone is searching for a employee. They tend to go for better resumes. If someone is very talented without a degree, they'll go for them. But if you have a degree, I think that adds a value to your resume. But without a degree as well, if you want to pursue, you can definitely pursue.
Yeah, so I would agree with Harsh. College degree is, I wouldn't say necessary, but it is a good to have. Um, Again, a lot of things that I have learned and that helped me, get the job. I wouldn't just say that it was all because of, that college degree didn't play a pivotal role. They did play a role, a very valuable role. But yes, saying that college degree is the only thing to get a good job would be a lie. Yes, but again, I would like to add a caveat to it. Um, you have to understand that if you're from a very good college, taking into consideration an IIT for that instance, you have a better chance of getting a better job. So yes, as Harsh said, it is like we've all played Subway Surfers, right? And you get this jetpack in the starting sometimes, right? So if you're from a very good college, that acts like a jetpack in your, in this journey of yours, in this corporate journey of yours. But again, that I'm saying it, repeating it again, that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll always make the high score. Okay, there'll always be a booster. It's always like a booster. But then, if you have the skills, and I said, if you're willing to learn, willing to put in that amount of work, you can still do much better. So yes, college degree does play small part, but not the. It's not entirely that if you don't have a good college degree, you won't be able to do good. Yeah.
Another thing I would like to add to Rayan's
Yeah.
and my previous points is currently a lot of colleges do teach basics, but they do not prepare engineers who are employable. So even if you're at a good college, you'll have to upskill yourself in some other skills. You have to go beyond your college work, college course, and you'll have to work hard, learn those stuff, and then look for jobs. Otherwise, it's gonna be tougher for you. And if you upskill yourself apart from college course, it's definitely gonna help. And I would suggest if you're in college, do that.
Yes,
If
I agree. I agree.
if you were to look back today on the college days, pick one thing that you think helped you the most in the job role you're working today. What would
Rayan, do
it
you want
be?
to go first?
Mm, yeah. So um, okay, so the one thing that I personally think would have helped me um, more if I could have probably brushed up more on my DSS skills. It's a very job centric thing that I'm saying. Probably it's basically data structures and algorithms that I'm talking about. Not that I was not good at it, but had I been better, probably I would have been able to crack the top companies. By top companies, I mean the people who got the highest offers. If that is what top means, probably that is one thing I could have probably made better: data structures and algorithm skills. Um, um, yeah, I think that is just one thing I could have. Oh yeah, very good thing that I probably think a lot of people I did not get when I was preparing for my jobs and when I was actually doing my engineering degree was I did not have a good mentor. And I mean, I don't know whether it is true for Harsh because I think Harsh's elder brother is also an engineer. I did not have anyone in my family who was an engineer. They were either from a business role or they were from a different role altogether. So I did not have any good mentor, even in the school, even in my college, which is one thing I think I could have done better. I could have probably gone and asked someone to be a mentor, some good senior to be a mentor. So that is one thing that I lack. Probably because if I could have got better mentorship from my first year onwards, I could have done better. Not that I'm not grateful of what I have achieved currently, but yes, probably I could have done much better if that would have been the case. Yeah.
For me, I would say what I could have done better is focusing more on my college courses. So in college, we say that do I did mention that upskilling is important, but apart from that, college courses also matter. If you're looking for on-campus placements, they look at your CGPA. They filter a lot of. For my college particularly, there were a lot of students who were studying at my college for computer science itself. So they, when companies come, they filter based on CGPA. A lot of our seniors tell us that CGPA do not matter, but they do matter when it comes to placement. Definitely after you graduate, no one is going to ask for your CGPA. But if you're looking for on campus placements, it's definitely going to matter. Don't listen to your seniors if they say they do not matter, they matter. So, yeah, one is that. And look, I would say looking for internship in the second or first year itself is going to help while you have that summer break. It gives you you have 2 months of break. It's better if you look for internship there. It gives you an experience, tells you how work is gonna be, if you're gonna enjoy it, if you wanna explore that as well. It will help you to know if you're gonna enjoy working in tech or not.
Okay, guys, we have 5 more minutes on the clock. So, quick questions I'll ask you guys now. So, when you were doing your college degree, did you know that you will end up in this job role today? Yes or no?
Yes. Is that just a yes or no question?
Yeah, yes or no. Did you know that you
Uh,
will end up in this field of work while in your undergrad year?
yes, because that was the ultimate aim to get a SD job. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Harsh?
Yeah, I would say yes as well.
So, did you decide, both of you are in the front end team or the back end develop side?
I'm at the backend
Um,
team. Yeah.
my
Harsh,
work is also mostly backend, but yeah, again, it's vast. I have worked on front end as well, very little in the starting at front end as well, and now I'm mostly working on the back end.
what's the key difference in front and back end work?
So it's front end is basically what you see. So if you go to a website or an application, uh, how it's presented, right? So front end developers work on how the functionality of the button is gonna work when you click on it, which page should it go to, and backend is how the backend. So let's say there's database fetching of database values, uh, how fast the website works. So these stuff, it's very generic. I think Rayan, you, if you want to add something to it, you can add as well. But yeah,
So
No, I think
more or less that.
if we talk
yeah.
about the skill set, is it different for both or is it similar for the
It's
front end,
it
back
is
end?
so when you're entering the field, when you're entering the market as a software engineer in first year itself, uh, they require very similar I mean tech stacks because you need basically what they test is your problem solving skills by data structures and algorithms. When you are getting deep into the subject, then the front end and the back end then it starts diverging. So then it's different for and different tech stacks are required for different things. Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
one more thing
sorry.
I would say is your ability to mold, your ability to adapt to a particular situation is very important in this field.
Okay. Most important question of the day, the
Yeah.
salary.
No.
How much can you expect to make as a fresher in software engineer field?
Okay, so I'll tell you. In India, the software development roles, if you're working in a service-based company, fresher, your salary starts from 5 to 6 lakhs. That is in a service-based company. In a product-based company, it ranges from 10 to 20. Even not 20. Even if it's a very good product-based company, it can be 10 to 40, 50.
20.
We've had offers like that. Yeah.
Base
I'm
20,
talking about
but
10. Yeah,
yeah,
base 20.
CTC
CTC can
2025.
be there are people who are getting 80 lakh CTC as well.
Mhm.
So as a fresher, yes, that's the range. Um, and I, in the mid range, it becomes 20. Like so, you can just add it 20 to 40. And at the higher range, there is no limit. But then you have people earning if you have around 8 to 9 years of experience, you have people earning 80 to 90 to even 1 CR plus, even in
More
India.
than that.
So yeah, more than that. There is no limit. Also, another thing that I would like to add is if you're really good at this field and if you really enjoy developing stuff, you can build your own website, you can build your own apps, and then you can just start a startup of your own, and there is no limit to earnings then.
So thank you for
It's
sharing that.
very
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Harsh, go
it's
ahead. Sorry.
very generic. It's
Mhm.
very vast. The range is also very vast for the same tech roles at two different companies with the same experience. Two different people will be paid very differently for the similar, very similar role as well. Depends on the company, how your profile is, how your resume is, and how as well as how lucky you are, I guess.
Mhm.
And making right decisions at right time helps in that. So it's very vast. Can range for a starter can range from anywhere between 7 8 to 20 lakhs starting base salary. And most companies which came to our college were giving around 10 to 15 to 20 around range base salary.
So before logging off, one piece of advice you would give to the students who want to pursue this career. I can give you 10 seconds each max for this.
Okay, so one advice I would give people is if you're really into software development, be the best because there is no point in being average. Be the best, and you'll definitely be very successful in it.
Mine would be just a single line. Always be ready to learn, upskill yourself. Yeah.
All right, guys, that was it from my end, and thank you for taking out time for this session. I hope it helps students who are watching, and if you guys have any concerns or queries, you can put them in the comment below. And thank you for joining us for today's session.
Thanks a lot, Divagya.
Thank you so much.